think there is something about the underwater world that captures our imagination. Perhaps it is the curiosity about what else may lie beneath the surface, or the idea that entire cities may be hidden on the ocean floor, out of sight and out of reach. Fortunately, underwater discoveries are not always out of reach, as scientists keep making discoveries that leave our mouths wide open every day. From finding lost ancient cities buried underneath the water to sunken battleships, the sea never ceases to amaze us. Join us as we delve into the terrains of the deep sea, uncovering mysteries that have stood the test of time, leaving archaeologists thrilled. The deep sea is awfully mysterious, but scientists are making it less so. In 2022, a group of archaeologists made an important discovery while exploring Salamis, a small island off the coast of Greece near Athens, the site where the now sunken city once stood. The new finding came as a result of an extensive underwater excavation project on the island of Salamis. During the expedition, the underwater crew stumbled upon a partially submerged building alongside a variety of marble treasures dating back to the 4th century BC. This discovery was believed to be a massive public building that existed as part of the ancient city of Salamis. The marine expedition focused specifically on Ampelaki Bay, a cove along the eastern shore that served as a passage between Salamis and mainland Greece. The ancient site was significant during a historical battle that shares the same name as the island itself. The Battle of Salamis occurred in the earlier half of the Greco-Persian Wars. There was a string of conflicts between the Greek city-states and the Achaemenid, or Persian Empire, that historians believed lasted from 499 BC to 449 BC. The battle marked a milestone victory for the Greeks around 480 BC, and this was after an initial loss at the start of the Second Persian invasion. Aside from the renowned war, Salamis has been a place of interest to historians for other reasons too. It was also referred to as the home of the Trojan war hero Ajax, as mentioned in the account of Greek geographer Pausanias around the 2nd century. According to geographers, Salamis had already started to deteriorate at that time, well, such is expected from a city baptized with war. The initial discovery around the site was a seawall, which experts believe was part of an ancient fortification surrounding the classical city of Salamis. However, this recent discovery is a public building called Stoa. This term in Greek architecture refers to a freestanding covered walkway, built in an elongated shape and largely open, with the roof supported by rows and columns around the perimeter. Historians revealed that these structures usually existed around marketplaces and could have served as a place for business. Some of the structures even had rooms built into them. The Greek Culture Ministry said in a statement that the identification of the Stoa is a very important new element for the study of the topography and residual organization of the ancient city of Salamis. The Stoa found in Salamis is about 20 feet wide and 105 feet long, and has the remains of 6 or 7 rooms within its borders. However, just 1 or 2 layers of stone marking the structure still exist, and as a result, archaeologists have not yet been able to explore all of the internal rooms. One room, measuring slightly more than 15 square feet, had a large storage area that housed a number of artifacts, including almost 24 coins, marble fragments, vases, and fragments of ceramic pieces believed to date back to the classical Hellenistic period. Some artifacts, however, appear to come from a range of periods from the early Byzantine and late Middle Ages. These artifacts are perceived by scholars to have floated to that area from elsewhere. Archaeologists also revealed that the uncovered marble artifacts include 2 significant items. One is a fragment of a column with 2 to 3 verses inscripted, while the other is an ornate fragment that depicts a large man, possibly a hero, placing a crown on a bearded man. Thanks to the advancing technology in the field of marine archaeology, underwater discoveries are always within reach as experts keep making incredible findings every year. With discoveries that shed new light on the pivotal World War II conflict, scientists are left in awe. Earlier this year, researchers embarked on an in-depth underwater archaeological survey and stumbled upon wreckage that could reveal insight into the dreadful Second World War. Let us recall that in June 1942, thousands of American and Japanese forces faced off in the Pacific Ocean in a deadly World War II conflict known as the Battle of Midway. After 4 days of fighting, the Japanese were forced to retreat. This victory thwarted Japanese efforts to become the dominant power in the Pacific. However, it came at a cost. The clash resulted in the death of 3,057 Japanese troops and 362 U.S. seamen, in addition to the loss of 7 large ships and hundreds of airplanes on both sides. The shipwrecks unearthed, located more than 16,000 feet below the surface and within the bounds of one of the largest marine conservation areas in the world, speak volumes about the Battle of Midway. The survey crew reached the site on board a research ship in a 27-day deep-water exploration. They used remotely operated underwater vehicles to capture photos and videos. These historic wrecks were critically examined, bringing to light many features in great detail, including their armament, battle, and sinking-related damage. Many anti-aircraft guns uncovered were still pointing up, providing clues about the final moments of these iconic ships. These remarkable discoveries remind us once again that today's peace and tomorrow's discoveries are built on the sacrifices of war. Individuals from Japan and the United States gather once again on the Pacific waters, but this time as allies and fellow researchers to explore this new discovery. After each dive into the waters, the crew held ceremonies to honor the men who died at the site. The video footage was also live-streamed so that those with a personal connection to the conflict would find closure, and also for interested members of the public to see the wreckage themselves. Earlier this year, researchers studied 3 aircraft carriers that sank during the battle. One American ship named USS Yorktown and 2 Japanese ships, IJN Akagi and IJN Kaga. These underwater survey marked the first time anyone had seen the Akagi since it sank in 1942. Though the location was confirmed in 2019. It also offered the first opportunity to observe the Yorktown ship in real time, although the vessel was initially found in 1998. The ocean is such an interesting place. Archaeologists are always digging out things we haven't seen before, and every day we realize that we haven't scratched the surface. In February 2023, marine experts visited another submerged ancient city known as the Lion City. The Lion City, otherwise known as Xicheng, was located at the foot of the Wuxi Mountain, beneath the spectacular Qiandao Lake in China. Despite more than 50 years underwater, the entire city has been preserved completely intact, transforming it into a virtual time capsule. Historians recorded that the Lion City was built during the Eastern Han Dynasty between 25 and 200 AD, and was once the center of politics and economics in the eastern province of Zhejiang. However, in 1959, the Chinese government decided to install a new hydroelectric power station, so they built a man-made lake. As a result, the Lion City was submerged under 40 meters of water. The city lay undisturbed and forgotten until some local officials in charge of tourism decided to explore what remained of the city under deep waters. They were amazed to discover the city was completely intact, protected from wind, sun, and rain. Surprisingly, the entire city, along with temples, paved roads, memorial arches, and houses, remained undamaged. The ocean is full of secrets, unresolved mysteries, and revelations that debunk myths. In January 2014, archaeologists explored a flooded sinkhole in southern Mexico that terrified local villagers, and uncovered a submerged cavern littered with elongated skulls and human bones. This underwater cavern, known as Sakyawam, is a cenote located in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Before you creep out, basically a cenote is a natural pit resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock that exposes groundwater underneath. They were sometimes used by ancient Mayans for sacrificial offerings, which explains the skulls found at the site. Legend has it that the mysterious cavern is guarded by a feathered, horse-headed serpent. From the onset, marine archaeologists figured there might be a reason why the villagers fear the place. It appears that something terrible took place there, and perhaps the knowledge of this was passed down for centuries, leading to the development of myths and legends. During the exploration, archaeologists uncovered more than a dozen human remains. The bones bear no marks that would indicate the cause of death, so the people were probably not sacrificed. According to experts, the elongated skulls were intentionally flattened during infancy, a practice that archaeologists are still seeking answers for. Everyone is curious about the practice of medicine in ancient times. In June 2013, a team of Italian archaeologists explored the ruins of a 2,000-year-old submerged shipping vessel named Relitto del Pozzino, which sank off the coast of Tuscany and made an interesting find that could reveal what exactly the ancient Romans used as medicine. The Roman shipwreck lay near the remains of the Etruscan city of Populonia, which was a key port along sea trade routes between the west and east across the Mediterranean Sea at the time the ship sailed. The excavation of the ancient Roman shipwreck revealed a treasure trove of fascinating artifacts, including lamps originating in Asia Minor, Syrian-Palestinian glass bowls, bronze jugs, ceramic vessels for carrying wine, and the discovery of particular interest, the remains of a medicine chest containing a surgical hook, a mortar, 135 wooden drug vials, and several cylindrical tin vessels, one of which contained 5 circular medicinal tablets. The tin vessels had remained completely sealed, which kept the pills dry, providing an amazing opportunity for experts to find out exactly what substances were contained within them. Scholars conducted a chemical analysis on some of the ancient medicinal pills, and the results revealed that the pills contained some zinc compounds, iron oxide, beeswax, starch, pine resin, and other plant-derived materials. Based on their shape and composition, experts suggested that the tablets were used as a type of eye medicine. An age of discovery is upon us. Big vessels carrying robotic explorers and sometimes submersibles piloted by humans embark on deep-sea expeditions each year. Down there, it is common for something to baffle scientists. A group of researchers embarked on deep-sea exploration and came across some mysterious yet amazing discoveries. One of the most intriguing discoveries was the sighting of near-perfectly shaped holes on the sea floor. This interesting discovery was encountered at a depth of 8,000 feet beneath the surface, and the origin of this strange pattern on the sea floor has left scientists asking questions. What might they be? What could have made them? The team further explored the sea floor with a remote-operated vehicle to find answers. Some experts believe the holes might be a result of some sort of mechanized human activity. However, a marine zoologist named Mike Vecchione has a contradicting opinion. Vecchione stated that an animal that burrowed horizontally through the seafloor might have made these linear holes. One of the last things researchers expected to find in the balmy Caribbean Sea is an ancient Greenland shark, a creature known for dwelling far off in the frozen part of the ocean. However, while temporarily catching and tagging tiger sharks off the coast of Belize, researchers caught a Greenland shark, a creature that has lived for centuries in the deep sea. They recalled that they suddenly saw a very slow-moving, sluggish creature under the surface of the water and captured it out of curiosity. At first, the researchers thought it could be a six-gill shark, a dominant and fascinating predator of the deep sea, but close examination revealed the rarely seen animal to be a Greenland shark. This discovery looked like something that would exist in prehistoric times. The ocean space still remains one of the most mysterious and constantly explored regions on Earth. Scientists are always curious about what is down there, lying quietly on the ocean bed, waiting to be uncovered. What part of the video did you find most interesting? The ancient city of Salamis, the perfectly preserved lion city, the medicinal pill that has stood the test of time, the strange linear inscriptions on the ocean floor, or the wreckage that takes us back in time to the historic Second World War? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.